Hey, so I've had a pretty interesting couple of days. I get to these high points where, like, I'm channeling in messages and these, the Maria, Carlos and Alfred story. And when I'm playing music, it just feels really good, and then I get arrested, and somebody goes into my tent and steals all my shit. So it's just like roller coaster ride that I'm going through out here. It's just incredible. I get a little money. Finally, I got my disability money. I get my little money, and then it just like it all fucking goes, man. Just like shoots so fast. It's just incredible. It's not enough to survive if you want to be normal. If you want to be super poor, I guess, yeah. And then when you get it, you still hold on to it. Penny here, penny there, penny there. But I don't understand. The society is just crazy. It's just you waste so much time on competing with each other when you can just all be working together and everybody shares the best thing. I mean, you really think about it. If they make different types of batteries, right? And then depending on how much money you have to buy it, you have to buy that battery. Why doesn't everybody get together and do make the one good battery, or start competing with each other, make the one good battery, and then just even if you want to still sell it, at least sell that, and make it reasonable so everybody can buy it, and then it balances everything out. But I say still, just make it and share it, and let everybody contribute in making it. Sorry, it's fucking flies everywhere. So I want to talk real quick about the remixes that I'm doing. I want to understand what multidimensional remixes mean. So when I first spin something, when I spin my light art, you just see the thing that in this dimensions, you see it spinning, right? Now, you have to understand that whatever you see in this dimension has especially not things from this dimension, but things that you see, like my light art that I create. You see just the part of the 3 dimensions that you can see. Now, because of what I'm doing when I'm spinning those things, I'm actually creating. I'm starting to the portal, because I'm actually, before I put the things before I hang them on trees or hang them on things, on like these, all these things up here. Before I hang those things, spinning. What happens with the spinning is that it creates a whole portal in my hand, and that portal is now coming into other dimensions. So when I say the multidimensional remix, I mean that when you see what you're seeing there is the bleed throughs into other dimensions that you don't normally see. The bleed throughs, and this was really interesting. Someone explained this to me a while back, and how these things work. And it's the, say if you're an amoeba, right? Amoeba is only 2-dimensional, right? I think it only see forward and back. Right? You can't see up and down, just forward and back. Can't see up and down. So an amoeba only sees this way. Right? So if I take my hand, I go like this, boom, in front of the amoeba, right? Or if I just take my hand, right? Here's the amoeba, and I go boom in front of the amoeba. All it sees is the slit of my hand coming through. So all it really sees is the slit, right? So it doesn't see the entire hand coming through, right? So in essence, that's how we see through 3D, right? We see things in 3D, like when you see a lightning storm, right? Or when you see something like a spirit or a ghost, something. When you see something that is not when you see something that is not normally in this dimension, and sometimes I think like trees and do the same thing. A lot of plants are interdimensional as well. So what you're seeing in this dimension, right, is only a piece of the entire whole. So when I say multi-dimensional remix, I mean that the thing that I'm spinning, right, what you're seeing in one. That's why if you look at it in the first video that I post, you're just seeing the image that I spin. But when I do the multi-dimensional remixes, which means that I mirror a whole bunch of them. Sometimes once, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times. I mirror up to 4 times, and what that does is that it creates the image. And it stores the image on video of what the thing that I'm bringing in looks like in other dimensions. I'm tapping into, when I spin those things, I'm tapping interdimensionally and I'm starting to create the portal. That's when I hang it and hang a bunch of other ones, the portal is open at that point. in that one piece of artwork. The portal now stays open one way. I'm not making portals for people to go through. I'm making portals for spirits to come through. Then the spirits come through these things, and then come here and help you, and help me in activating starseeds. And they're here, they go, and then right here, this is the shell. But what I was so nice. These are shells, right? But what I was, and the portals still open because when eventually the spirits come back into these things. That's why they don't want me to take them down. They don't. Once I put one of these up, I'm not supposed to take it down. I lose a lot of flashlights this way. I waste a lot of money on flashlights and whatever the cloths that I buy to make these things, and sometimes bags, whatever it is. But the portal is still open for them to come and then go back. So that's why when I say interdimensional remix, that's what interdimensional remix is. It's a or whatever. It's a simulation of what my light art looks like completely. Now, I don't see that from here, but the way I spin them and the way I do them, the way I create that light art, is knowledge that was brought down to me. It's when I do those things, I have to be channeling. Most likely my Arcturian soul, and then other spirits from that dimension. And other we consider spirits I can consider like brothers and sisters. I consider them allies. But I'll refer to them as interdimensional beings or spirits, which is what you guys know them as. I'm channeling that energy to be able to create that portal, and then allow that portal to come in and be created. Eventually, like the one outside there with the Jesus on the cross thing, I have not touched that in a while. I'm leaving that as it is. That's done. That portal is done. All the spirits that came in are now gone. Now it's just kind of remnants of what it was. Eventually, I will probably take it down and put it somewhere else. But for now, it's just kind of like being overgrown, and it's just there, kind of like as a remnants. I guess like you would consider the Mayan temples, overgrown with stuff, and then eventually they. But it's the remnants of the portals that were. But now the portal is inside here, and the portal consists of mostly that one over there. That I keep adding to. So these are the new. So this is the old one. It's still there. Haven't touched it because they're telling me not to touch it. Just leave it. Let it be. Because there are any spirits still out there of these. They're still need to go back. But this is the new one. And this was active before, but it really wasn't active because I didn't really pay attention to it. Now it's active here. And these are a continuation of it. Right now they look like bunch of garbage hanging from a string. But at night, they look to me pretty amazing. This whole place at night. Now the inside here, what I've done here, the inside here looks pretty amazing at night. It really is for me to play these instruments, to play these drums, and to play along with maybe songs or do my own stuff. They are very it's very inspirational, and I've given you pictures of what they look like at night. So that's my explanation of when I say multi-dimensional remixes. It means that I'm taking the original video, and then I'm using an effect to mirror, but then it becomes this thing where you're seeing the full image. And if you look at some of these things, they look amazing. I mean, it looks cool when I'm spinning it in the original video, but all of a sudden you look at it in the remix, it's like, wow, you see the entire image. You see with the hand, like an amoeba, with the hand. The amoeba only sees the slit coming through it, but it's really a hand. So what you're seeing is, instead of seeing the slit that I'm creating here, you're seeing the full piece of artwork or portal I'm creating and then hanging. That's my explanation. Now, you're not gonna find it in any books. You know why? Because it's not part of your understanding. Even the scientists will be like, "Oh, that's you know, we have to prove that. Let's just try to prove that. It's just a theory that proving." No, it's not a theory, man. We don't have to prove anything. My Arcturian soul that is here, and is with me, and comes out when the time is right. Right now, I can feel it. I can feel it, but I don't. But it's not completely here talking for me. That comes at a certain point. And when I say it, I refer to it as he, but you have to understand that, and then there is no gender to Arcturians. You don't have really a gender. You're considered. You know, you can be any gender you want to. You can be anything you want to. Your body, your material, your solid body. That we do have solid bodies, can. You know, and then we have the soul behind it. But the soul is constantly in contact with the body. Not like here. Like here, you can kind of detach from the soul right here. You're kind of on your own until you really know how to connect to it. There, and then there is no gender. I say he. I can say he. I can say she. I can say it. Just like I say about our Creator. There is no gender. It is everything and nothing. Namaste.